A girl took her hamster to the vet. This is a hedgehog, but they're in the hamster family. Maybe. It had not moved in 3 days, is my point. It would not eat, it wouldn't drink, it just leaned up against the side of its cage, stuck. The worried owner explained that the poor hamster had escaped before she found it walking in circles by the fridge. The vet lifted the hamster from the cage. It walked around the table a little lopsided. The vet reached into the hamster's mouth and pulled out a fridge magnet. A fridge magnet. The hamster had downed the magnet, then spent the next 3 days stuck to the side of its cage thanks to its magnetic personality. Well, I'm like that hamster. Maybe you are too. Circumstances have us paralyzed. That job loss, that phone call, that relationship, that uncertain market, and we're stuck to the side of our cage. When I was a kid, I laughed about some of the Christians in church. They were a bit cranky. Stuck. Ever met one? Ever been a cranky Christian? When I was informed that I would be spending eternity with these people, I thought, help! We used to sing a song, I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. And then everyone chanted, where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. They had to keep asking because they couldn't find it. To me, joyful Christian was an oxymoron like airline food and jumbo shrimp or Microsoft Works. Recently, a guy said to me, I don't laugh outwardly, but I'm really quite joyful inside. This is just the face God gave me. I smiled and said, tell your face about your joy. A stifled laugh is going to back up on you and spread to your hips, so let it go. Sadly, some of us haven't made the good news look so good, but it is. We have been forgiven. Eternity is waiting. Nothing in all of history tops this good news. Nothing in all the world can steal it. The most important issues were dealt with by our Savior Jesus Christ on an old rugged cross, and we are free to rejoice. This should spread across our conversations and our faces too. When the great preacher Jonathan Edwards was just 18, he delivered his first sermon. It was on Christian happiness. He had 3 points, and I will apologize to him in heaven for stealing them. Here we go. Number 1, our bad things will turn out for good. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that God causes all things to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. That all things includes the crud that happens on this fallen planet. But as someone said, everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. Number 2, our good things can never be taken. When my brother-in-law Bill was nursing his wife through the final stages of Huntington's disease, these were life-giving words. Whatever came, he was assured of God's unending presence, pardon for sin, peace that endures. He knew that the truly good things were the permanent things. And number 3, the best is yet to come. As believers, we cling tenaciously to the truth that love has the final move, that nothing, no matter how mysterious or painful, can ever separate us from God's love. A pastor was on a long flight. The captain asked the flight attendants to buckle up. Cracks of thunder boomed above the roar of the engines. White-knuckled passengers hung on. Prayer beads were activated. A few seats from the pastor, a little girl sat with her feet tucked beneath her, enjoying a good book. With adults around her scared to death, her tiny world seemed calm and orderly. When the plane finally landed, the pastor asked the little girl, the storm was horrible. You didn't seem to be afraid. How come? She smiled. Because my daddy's the pilot. He's taken me home. I don't know what's tossing you about today, but your pilot does. He has yet to miss a runway, and he's taken us home. We're all a bit like that hamster, aren't we? We're tempted to swallow the wrong stuff. Instead, let's do what Philippians 4:8 says. Let's fix our thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. That is a great verse to have on a fridge magnet. Just keep it away from your hamster. Maybe you're wondering how long I've been in this white room. They won't let me out till you push that subscribe button. Please, please. Ah!